Today we're going to read Mrs. Wishy-Washy. We've read this book several times. I bet you could even read it by yourself. So I want you to help me read this today. But it's going to be a little trickier. There's going to be words covered up. But you're going to know them because you're smart, and I know you will. So, Mrs. Wishy-Washy. "Oh, lovely mud," said the cow, and she jumped in it. "Oh, lovely
mud.
mud."
Mud.
Sure it's mud?
Mud.
What does mud start with?
Mud.
Mud.
M.
M? Let's see, is the first letter an M? It is.
Mud.
So you think it's mud?
Mud.
Mud! "Oh, lovely mud," said the pig, and he rolled in it. "Oh, lovely mud," said the duck, and she paddled in it. Along came Mrs. Wishy-Washy. "Just look at you," she screamed. "In the tub you go." In went the cow. Wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy.
How did you know that?
I remember.
Do you remember? Let's see if you're right. The first part's wishy. See the second part's washy?
Yes.
Look at that. Wishy-washy. Look at that. He's in that tub, huh?
Mm-hmm.
In went the pig. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. In went the duck. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. "That's better," said Mrs. Wishy-Washy, and she went into the house. Away went the cow, away went the pig, away went the duck. I wonder what they're gonna do.
In the mud?
Oh,
Oh, lovely.
lovely. Are you sure it's lovely?
Lovely.
Lovely? Think What is
L.
L?
L.
L?
L.
L? C. Look at that. It starts with an L. So we're going to say, they're saying lovely? They are.
Lovely.
Oh, lovely mud, they said. Look at you reading all by yourself almost. I bet in a few more days you'll be able to read this all by yourself. So yesterday we read If You Give a Pig a Pancake. And then we made connections like good readers. And we talked about our pets. Today I'm going to teach you another strategy that excellent readers know called questioning. And we're going to use it with corduroy. Let's see, every time you have a question or you think something and you want to know something, I want you to wiggle your pinky finger. This way I know. And I'll know that means you have a wonder. So we're going to read corduroy. Huh, I have a wonder already. I wonder why he's looking at that button on the floor. I guess we'll have to figure out. So corduroy. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things. But no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. You have a wonder? What are you wondering?
Is it Christmas or Easter?
I don't know. Maybe they'll tell us in the book. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said. "Look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "I wonder, why didn't he know he had lost the button? Wouldn't his shoulder strap, be kind of loose on his overalls? So tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. "You have another wonder?"
What? Is he gonna go up? What's that
The
called?
escalator?
Escalator?
He might. Let's flip the page and see. Maybe he does. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him.
Oh,
Quite by accident, he had stepped onto the escalator, and up he went. Could this be a mountain? He wondered. "I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain." He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was the most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace." He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto the large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. I wonder, could it be his button? Or maybe just a button on the floor? "Why, here's my button," he cried. And he tried to pick it up, but like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. He yanked and pulled with both paws until, pop!
uh-oh.
Off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Bang into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going on his rounds on the floor when he heard the crash. He came dashing down the escalator. "Now who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding in here." I wonder, do you think he's going to find Corduroy? He just might. Maybe he scampered away pretty fast. He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw two fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the saleslady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up the 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight into her own room. I wonder if she ran up all those stairs, she's probably pretty tired now. I know I would be. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. I like you the way you are, she said, but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened.
She's
Well, you ever wonder?
she's fixing it?
Yeah. I wonder why she did that.
No.
It does say that he would be more comfortable, you think?
Uh-huh.
You must be a friend, said Corduroy. I've always wanted a friend. Me too, said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. So look at that. You had some great wonders, and we're going to put them on our anchor chart for later. This way, when we go back and look, we can go, this person had that wonder, and they wiggled their fingers so Miss Gasky would know. And now we're going to know whether or not that they answer the question in our book.